It's kind of split into two, so the first 3 are like a series, and then the second 3, I just got lipstick on this book. That is going to drive me crazy. Stupid. Hello everybody, my name is Kelsey, and we're about to get very, very nerdy with all the books that I acquired in May. So in May, I acquired 8 books, but I actually only have 2 physical books, and those are the only books that I actually paid for because the rest were like free ebooks. So this is going to be the month of ebooks. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about a bunch of ebooks and a couple of physical books. So strap in. This will be a picture-heavy video. The very first book that I picked up was 7 Days of Friday by Alex A. King. This follows our main character, Vivi, who is 34 years old and like everything in her life is falling apart, and she gets this package on her front step that mysteriously somehow opens the door to Greece, and so she goes to Greece, which happens to be the birthplace of her parents. Once she gets there, she thinks that she's going to reinvent herself and everything is going to be just fine and dandy, but then things keep going wrong there as well, and also I think there's a mysterious man that she may or may not be falling towards. But the end of this synopsis is like what made me get it. It says, before the story ends, somebody will be dead, and if some people are to be believed, this particular death is a good thing, a blessing of sorts. What does that mean? So this is probably going to hit me in all of the feels. It doesn't feel as light and fluffy as a lot of contemporaries that I read, but I'm excited to one day pick it up. Who knows when that's going to be, because I don't read a lot of ebooks unless like I'm on vacation, which obviously isn't happening right now. So one of these days I'll pick this one up. We'll see when. The next one is another one that I hate the cover of, and you guys will know it when you see it. That is called Highland Hope by Madeline Hill. Why? Why? So this sounds like it is a historical fiction set in like Scotland, I really want to say. And our main character, Hope, her father dies at the beginning of the book, and so she's the one who's leading their clan. She's like fighting alongside them, and then she finds a spy in the midst. And it sounds like there's gonna be some love between rival clans people here. So you had me at Scotland and clans. Like, that's my aesthetic when it comes to like these types of like adult romances. So I don't love the cover because y'all know I don't like covers with people on it anyway, but like especially romance books. But like, I'm down. I can't tell you how many books on my Kindle I have that are just like this, that are like historical fiction romances that I got for free, and once you start reading it, you realize why they were for free. But yeah. The next book is Wasted Words by Stacey Hart. The synopsis makes it kind of sound like it's a Pride and Prejudice retelling, but the more you get into it, and at the bottom it even says it's more of a romantic comedy based on Emma, so I didn't need to know anything else. It follows our main girl, Cam, who is very, very nerdy. She works at a bookstore called Wasted Words, and she kind of focuses on getting people together. And then there's a boy named Tyler Knight, who is, oh my god, his last name is Knightley. I should have seen that one. Tyler is an ex-football player. He's an ex-tight end. And I believe that they are like living together as well, like they're roommates, and he's like totally smitten with her, and she's like drawn a line in the sand that says, no, this will never happen. But if it's based on Emma, we all know that that's not gonna last for very long. And I am sold. Anything based on Jane Austen, like that's all I need to know because I'm there for it. And I don't see a lot of Emma retellings. I think Pride and Prejudice is the biggest one that I see as far as her stories that are being retold. So I'm excited to get my hands on one that is actually for a different book. The next one is called A Petal Plucker by Iris Moreland, and this one has an amazing cover. I'm obsessed with this cover, but it sounds like it's very adult. I mean, all of these are pretty adult. Also, the synopsis is just like full of flower puns, and it's like a little ridiculous, but I kind of love it. This follows our main character named Dandelion, or Danny, and she works in her family-owned florist shop. She is 26 years old and she is still a virgin. And then there is a boy named Jacob who she knew from high school and actually stood her up for prom, and he moves across the street and becomes like her flower shop competition. And so the fact that she is still a virgin becomes like really important to her. I just like the hate to love in books, and this sounds like that's exactly what it is. So this just sounds like it's gonna be a fun, steamy romance that I can read if I need like a palate cleanser or something like that. The next one is also one that like sounds amazing, and the cover drives me crazy. And that is called The Deal by Ellie Kennedy. This follows our main character, Hannah, and it takes place on a college campus. And she has like a huge crush on this boy. And the only way for like this to happen is if she like steps out of her comfort zone to make him notice her. So she decides to tutor a hockey star whose name is Garrett, and he's like a plummeting GPA. So she tutors him for a pretend date so that she can get well versed in relationships and sex and all of that kind of stuff. So obviously there's going to be some feelings between the two of them. And also it's set on a college campus, and I love that. I feel like I don't read enough books set in like the college years. I feel like it's either high school or like adult thinking back on college, but set in like once you've passed, like once you're out of college. So the fact that this is set like on a college campus makes me very happy, and I'm excited. The next one I actually don't know a whole lot about because like the synopsis doesn't even like explain a whole lot, but it is fairest of all The Tale of a Wicked Queen by Serena Valentino, and it's just like the backstory of what made the Wicked Queen the Wicked Queen. Like I said, there's like nothing in the synopsis to tell you even what her story is about beyond that. So I am intrigued to see what this will be. This will be like a fun retelling that I can read at some point because I like retellings. Y'all know I love retellings. And this feels like the good old-fashioned, from the villain's perspective, why they became who they are. So I can now talk about the physical books. There's only two because Barnes & Noble did one of those like buy one get one half off or something, and I said yes, I must. The first one is amazing and I'm so excited, and that is the fifth in the School for Good and Evil series by Soman Chanani, A Crystal of Time, because it came out in paperback in April. But this is the next one in that series. I don't even know what to tell you about this because so many things, but this is set in a world where there is a school, and each year from this town there is a child that is selected for good and a child that is selected for evil. And so the very first book starts with Sophie and Agatha, who are selected and go to this school. However, they go to the reverse school that they think they are. Sophie goes to evil and Agatha goes to good. And this is just the fifth one in the story, and I'm excited because the fourth one was amazing. It was my favorite in the series, and it ended with some cliffhangers, and I need some answers, but I'm afraid that this one's going to end on a cliffhanger because he's really good at doing that, and then I won't have the sixth one there. I'm stressing, but I needed to get my hands on this because I love this series so much. Plus the audiobooks that I have on Audible by Polly Lee are chef's kiss fantastic, so yeah, I'm so excited. I'm hoping to get this one in during June, but I might have to punt it until July. We'll see. And the last book that I picked up in this month is one that I've had my eye on for a while, and I forgot about it until I saw it online, and it was pretty cheap. And that is The Witches of St. Petersburg by Emma Jen Edwards Jones. This is a historical fiction based on the Romanov court. So it follows two sisters who are married into the Romanov court, and no one accepts them. They're kind of odd. They do dabble in the occult, so no one really likes them. And so they decide to change their luck by getting in with, not the queen, but like the Tsarina, I think is what she's called, who is desperate to have a son and has had multiple failed attempts. So they dabble in the cult. They have like seances, and the more they try, the closer they get to her and the higher they elevate in this royal status. And then they invoke the help of a man that we all know by the name of Rasputin. So I would love to, because I know a little bit about like the Romanov story, but I need to like research it better before going into this one. But I just love that story. Like, Anastasia is one of my husband and I's like favorite animated Disney movies. We like bonded hard over that when we first started dating, and so I just love Anastasia. I love the story behind it. And this one being, it's super shiny. I'm trying to hold it so like you don't get as much shine, but it's hard to. But I am intrigued by this world, and so I was very excited to get my hands on this one. But yeah, those were the books that I picked up in May. This was the month of ebooks, apparently. But I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you've heard of any of the books that I have mentioned, please let me know down below what you thought of them. If you have read them, I would love to know your opinions on them. That's really all I've got for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below if you want to be part of this awesome growing family. Oh my gosh. So I just need to like say thank you to all of the new members that are part of this family. I had this grand like thank you prepared in my last video because I hit 500, which is something that I've been trying to do for a while now. But in like the last week, y'all have almost pushed me to 600 people, and that is insane to me. So thank you to all the new people who have joined this family. I have no words. I'm thinking about doing like a fun Q&A as like a celebration for hitting that, so let me know down below if you have any questions about that. I'll make sure to film that soon. I'm just like in shock, so if you have any questions about booktube, my reading, my personal life, like what dog I am, like literally choose whatever question you want. I would love to answer them, so put them down below. But thank you. I have no words. My brain has exploded. So I just thanks. I don't thank you. So while I was talking about all of that, I just hit 600. I don't have words. So thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna end this video before I start like giving all feelings. But thank you for being a part of this family, every single one of you, and see you guys in my next video. Yeah, bye.